Just updated my system to an i7-7700K with Asus Prime Z270A motherboard with 32GB of RAM. Wanted to update my RAID 2x840 Pro drives. First looked at the 950 Pro, then saw the 960 Pro was available and less than the 950. Easy install to M.2 slot, then cloned Windows 10 from the RAID. Rebooted and tested. Getting 3,487 MB per second on the read and 2,077 MB per second on the write. This is 2 to 3 times the speed of my 840 Pro RAID array. Startup to desktop is less than 10 seconds. Programs start almost instantly. Makes Windows 10 fun again. Now I am thinking I should have gotten the 1TB version. Working perfectly several months later, just do not update the firmware. I have it installed in a Linux system where it serves the dual role of root partition as well as VM backing storage for several heavily used VMs. It's so fast there is no way to tell that the drive is being shared, no VM pauses. The downside of all that speed, if you want to consider it a downside, is that I managed to eat through 1% of the drive's rated lifetime, 4 TB of 412BW, within 24 hours before stopping the poorly written process that was causing all the write traffic. Samsung drives are known for surviving well beyond their rated life, but that's also where the warranty ends, regardless of how long you've owned the drive, so be careful. The drive gets so hot it requires a heatsink. It's really not optional. Sure, it'll throttle itself to avoid overheating, but so would the main CPU if you left it in open air. Anything that makes this much heat needs a way to get rid of it, and SSDs tend to have shorter lives or die unexpectedly when the heat isn't properly handled. I bought some small pure copper heat sinks from Enzotech here, BMRC1, and lined them up all the way down the entire stick, covering every CH. It no longer throttles itself under load, and S.M.A.R.T. shows the temperature remaining well below the previous high points I was seeing, even when writing at the maximum speed. Note that there is a firmware update available that you absolutely do not want. The 3B6QCXP7 firmware has very serious problems and cannot be removed or reverted once the update. If you get a new stick with the 3B6QCXP7 firmware, you should return it immediately or contact Samsung customer support. ASIN-B01 LXS4 Type Samsung 960 Pro Series, 512GB PCIe M.2 internal SSD, MZ-V6P512BW. Personally, I enjoyed this product after benchmarking with the correct motherboard for my i7-4790K that can almost handle all of its immense SSD speed. I can still receive 500 MB per second more, but it would not be worth changing CPUs into a more expensive motherboard. You won't regret this purchase, as long as you meet the requirements of slot for NVMe M.2 SSD Gen 3x4 on your motherboard. Otherwise, you'll just be buying another motherboard like I did to suffice running its speeds and compatibility. Additionally, my rig specifications for reference: CPU, i7-4790K CPU cooler, Noctua DH15 plus dual NFA15 140mm fans plus thermal grizzly conductor not thermal grease RAM, 16GB Corsair engine. Extreme at max clock monitor, Asus XP241H Predator 1080p at 180Hz DPG sync plus 1080p Hisense 50 sound, Cyber acoustic speakers with subwoofers PSU, IVGA Supernova T2 titanium certified, high overclock stability and power efficiency tower, Cooler Master half 920 plus 6 plus 120mm LEPA Bolt Quiet Series PWM fans with 3-color LED backlit programmable gaming keyboard 4TB Seagate external hard drive 120MB SanDisk Ultra CZ48 256GB USB 3.0 flash drive. Click link in description for more reviews.